Pasaway daw tayo. Do you agree with that? O observation, mga Pilipino daw eh. Totoo ba yan?
In some point, yes. In another aspect, hindi. As I said, no, pasaway in such a way. Bakit naging pasaway? Kasi nasanay. Nasanay tayo na pag walang nakatingin, pwede na yan. Pag walang nakatingin, sige lang, gawin natin yan. Pag may nanghuli, it's always, pasensya na po, sorry na po, hindi na po mauulit. But the question is, hanggang saan tayo aabot kung puro pasensya na lang ay bibigay natin? How will we be able to implement the traffic rules and regulations? Simple. Simple na lang po. Illegal parking. May nakalagay na traffic sign. No parking. Mabuhay lane. Pero doon pa rin pumaparada ang mga tao. So, what more for other instances or ano pa man kung yung mas malalim na batas? Kung itong mga basic rules and regulations, hindi na natin masunod. And sa masamang salita, we are blatantly disrespecting it. So, yun ang gusto natin baguhin.
So, ang kulang talaga is law enforcement.
Law enforcement, kulang din po ang information dissemination. And another thing is consistency.
Sa tingin mo kung may information dissemination, alam ng mga tao, bawal yan at mahuhuli ka. If there is certainty of arrest, sa tingin mo susunod mga tao?
Yes. Definitely susunod ang tao. Pangalawa, ang kaagapay kasi ng consistency, ang kaagapay ng law enforcement and information dissemination is being consistent. Kung tayo pupunta sa isang lugar, let's say in a certain street, bawal pumarada dito from this end up to this end. Bawal dahil mabuhay lane po ito. Kinabukasan, pupunta tayo, meron na naman magpapaalala. Then after that, wala na. Babalik tayo 1 month after. So ang mga tao magkakaroon sila ng mindset na wala to. Dadating dito, mag-i-implement, magpapaalala, afterwards wala na. That's why it should be consistent. And ang kadugtong ng consistency, collaboration and coordination. Collaboration saan? Collaboration with other enforcement agencies. Coordination with the local government unit, specifically ang ating mga barangay.
Meron ding criticism na sometimes we have to be lenient, lalo na kung mahirap, lalo na yung mga clearing operations. You've received a lot of criticism dahil dyan heartless ka daw. Yung mga pobre daw, pinapaalis mo, naghahanap buhay lang. How do you respond to those? Kasi kuminsan medyo maahawa din mga tao, di ba?
Spread out! Yung iba doon. Pisahan niyo doon. Kunin nyo lahat yan, yung case. May lisensya ka ba? Wala. Pili ka na lang. Lisensya mo, tikitan natin. Impound natin yung ginagawa nyo. Peram ng ID, kung sino sa inyo dyan. Lahat kayo walang ID. May business permit ba to?
Naglalakad lang po yung
So walang business permit?
Meron po naglalakad.
Nilalakad pa lang. Alam mo, that's true, no? When it comes to the implementation of road clearing, it's always a balance between puso, emotion, and what is right or what is wrong. But the thing here is, kung lagi natin papairalin ang puso, lahat na lang, kailangan nating daanin sa emotions natin. But look at this way. Ang mga clearing namin ng mga vendors, dadating kami first time. On the first time, we will give them a warning. We will confiscate, for example, yung bangko or yung lamesa. Or the least, yung payong. I will tell them, bawal po kayo kasi these are the certain provisions. Bawal po kayo dito, huwag kayo lalagpas. Pangalawang beses, pag bumalik po ako, kukumpiskahin ko po yan. So afterwards, we operate. On the second time, pagbalik namin, meron pa rin. So pagsasabihan na naman namin ulit, may kukumpiskahin kami again. Kung ano man po nakahambalang, may lamesa, may payong ulit, we confiscate that. On the third time, we will do the same. But this time around, mas mabigat na. Kung ano man po makita namin, kukunin namin, estante man yan, may nakaharang man tent yan, may pader man yan, we have to remove it. Skog, banat, kalasin nyo! Skog, kalasin nyo na to. Masyado po tayo makulit. Makulit po kayo. Pasensya na po. Especially, yun ang isang specific na hindi ko po kinukuha. Mga paninda. That's why lagi ko nga sinasabi, yes, the law is harsh, but the implementer may puso. Kaya ang lagi kong patakaran, tanggalin man natin, sirain man natin yung gate, tanggalin man natin yung pader, pero yung paninda, huwag natin kukunin. Bakit? Coming from experience na rin naman to. Hindi naman lahat ng tao lumaki ng mayroong kaya. Most of the businessmen, the small entrepreneurs, nag-umpisa yan kasi kumukuha ng pondo. Ang pondo nila saan nanggagaling? The most inuutang pa yan eh. So kung yung inuutang nilang mga stocks, ikukumpiskay mo pa. Parang you are providing double whammy to these people eh. Pinagbabawalan mo na sila, kinumpiskahan mo na ng mga estante or lamesa, kukunin mo pa yung pinangutang nila. That's why it's my very strict instruction. Tanggalin natin lahat ng obstruction, iwan natin ang paninda. So I don't think with that aspect, wala pa rin kaming puso. Because in the past, or the other clearing operations has been going on na pati paninda kinukuha. But then again, no, kanya-kanyang approach.
Paano kung after the third time, bumalik pa rin?
That's the problem eh. The only thing that we can do right now is to go over and over and over again eh. Kaya nga sinasabi ko minsan pabiro, kung sila makulit, mas makulit po kami. We have no choice. Tanggalin natin, gibain man natin yan. Actually, meron pong ganong instance. 5 beses na. Pero paulit-ulit. But what can we do? Can we file a case?
Can you file a case?
We can. But sasabihin ng tao, wala nang pera, wala nang hanap buhay, kakasuhan mo pa. So, why? So, ang sa amin, we really need the help and cooperation, hindi lang po ng ahensya ng MMDA, but also local government units. That's why ang sinasabi nga namin, why not? Makiusap ko po kayo, ask the barangay, ask the LGU, saan po ba pwede magtinda? Makunan kayo ng permit, pero hindi kayo makakahambalang sa bangketa, hindi kayo makakahambalang sa flow ng traffic. So, we can do so much at this point in time. But then again, hindi naman pwedeng environment ang mag-adapt sa atin. Tayo ang mag-a-adapt sa environment. And aminin man natin o hindi, the environment is ever-changing so fast. Urbanization is skyrocketing. Lahat, ang daming development, ang daming mga infrastructure development. Pero, kumukonti ang espasyo. Lumiliit ang kalsada, kumikitid ang bangketa. And if we want to really implement this, at we really want to be strict about this, it's going to be hard. Why? Ang daming mga structures na itayo sa bangketa. Maraming mga structures dahil sa pagpapatayo nila, kumitid ang kalsada. Can we demolish them all at once? We cannot. We cannot. Why? It's a balance between urban planning and economic advancement. It's a very technical and deep issue. But at the end of the day, ang kailangan natin dito is we adapt to the environment. And kung tayo po ay sa atin mismo, hindi tayo makakaharang, for example, in the mobility of the people, then I think that small change will have a big effect.
Yan ang tatanong ko eh. Are you coordinating with the local government? Kasi ang alam ko yung maraming vendor dyan, sabihin nila, may permit kami sa barangay eh. May permit kami kay mayor. Lalo ngayon mag-eleksyon, walang magkakancel yung mga permit na yan. Are you coordinating?
Well, this time around, that's one thing na pinaigting namin, yung coordination with the local government unit and also with the barangay. Kasi nga, barangay is the most simplest and the basic form of government in a society. Sila ang nalalapitan ng tao.
Pero they can raise funds eh.
Yes.
So they can issue
Yes.
permits to the vendors kahit nakahara nga doon sa bangketa. Hindi ba, tatanong ko, have you encountered that problem?
Well, there are certain aspects na na-encounter na namin yung ganung problema na mayroong permit. Although, in fairness sa mga nag-i-issue po ng permit, there are guidelines and provisions. Case in point, meron po dyan sa isang parte ng Manila na kung saan meron pong permit ang mga vendors. Pag tinignan mo yung provisions, you can only occupy this certain area. At kayo po ay kailangan mag-iwan ng 1.5 meters na bangketa para sa tao. So, doon pumapasok yung lack of information.
Alam ba yun ng barangay?
Well, yun ang sinasabi nga natin na lack of information. I-issue kayo ng permit, pero hindi nyo dinidiscuss sa binibigyan nyo ng permit. Kaya that's what we are trying to do also. Hindi lang kami implement, but also we re-educate. So sige po, may permit. Akin na po, babasahin po natin ang provisions. Ma'am, ito po ang guidelines, ito po ang provisions. Pinapayagan kayo magtinda from this area to this area. Pero ang patakaran, kailangan may matirang 1.5 meters. Ang patakaran, by this time, kailangan wala na po kayo dyan. Meron din nakalagay dyan na kailangan malinis, walang extension ng lamesa. So that's what we are trying to do. Hindi lang po ini-implement at kini-clear, but also we re-educate. And in fairness to it, ilang beses na rin kami naka-encounter ng ganon at nare-realize nila na ay, may mali pala, hindi namin naintindihan.
You're talking about the vendors.
Yes, we're talking about the vendors now.
Anong nangyayari sa kanila?
Well, in fairness to it, pag binalikan po namin, hindi na sila totally naka-occupy ng entire sidewalk. Kasi we have to understand also, no matter where we go, pumunta tayo sa karatig bansa sa Asia, meron at merong mga vendors sa kalsada. May vendor sa bangketa. But they do not take up the entire space just for the sake of having business. So, hindi natin pwedeng i-eradicate. We cannot eliminate them. We just have to control and set limitations to them. And pag nag-set tayo ng limitations, we have to enforce it at siguraduhin natin na susunod.